everyone, and welcome to our production of Romeo and Juliet. I have a few reminders before we start. Please, if you have anything that has an on-off switch, please turn it off now. And then in the show, there are going to be some loud noises, some gunshots, just so everyone's aware. There's going to be some fiddle, just so everyone is aware. And we are also going to be having some stage violence, some stage blood. And if you didn't know what we were coming to, you will be seeing the finish of self-harm. Yes, there will also be a 10-minute intermission about halfway through. The lights will come up and music will play, and you will know it's time to go get some tea. And yes, thank you all so much for coming. I'm glad that you all could make it and could fit in. So yes, please do enjoy the show.
Two households, both alike in dignity. In fair Verona, where we lay our scene, from ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventure piteous overthrows, that with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end not could remove, is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage. The which if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
Vessels are ever thrust to the wall. Therefore, I will push Montague's men from the wall and thrust his maids to the wall.
The
Quarrels with our masters and us, their men.
'Tis all one. I will show myself to the attire. When I have finished with the men, I will be civil with the maids. I'll cut off their heads.
The heads of the maids.
Aye, the heads of the maids, or their maiden heads. They must take it in sense that faileth me they shall feel while I'm able to stand for. 'Tis known I'm a pretty piece of flesh.
As well there are not fish in their heads, though it's being poured on. Draw that tool, here comes the house of Montagues.
My naked weapon is out. Quarrel, come back.
How? Turn that back and run?
Fear me not.
No, Mary, I fear thee.
Let us take the law of our side. Let them begin.
I'll frown as I pass by. Let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare. I will bite my thumb at them, which is disgrace them if they bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Yes, I bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law of our side if I say aye?
No.
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, but I bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
But if you do, I am for you, for I serve as good a man as you.
No better.
See better becomes our master's kinsman.
Yes, better, sir. You lie. Draw, you be met. Gregory, remember that swash and blood.
Hark, fools! Grab your swords!
You know not what you do.
What? Art thou drawn among these heartless hands? Turn thee, Benvolio, and look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. Put up thy sword and manage to part these men with me.
What? Drawn and talk of peace? I hate the word, as I hate hell, all Montagues, and thee. Have it thee, coward! Oh, hey! Strike them!
Beat them down!
Down with the Montagues! No exist! Give me my long sword! Hold on!
Gosh, which one call you first?
My sword, I say! Well, Montague is coming, flourishes his blade in spite of me.
Down, villain, Capulet. Only not let me go.
Thou shalt not stir one foot to stick up all!
Rebellion subjects! Enemies to the peace! Proclaimers of this neighbor stained steel! Will they not hear? What ho, you men, you beasts that quench the fire of your pernicious rage with purple fountains issuing from your veins! On pain of torture from those bloody hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground, and hear the sentence of your moved prince. Three civil brawls, bred of an airy word, by thee, old Capulet and Montague, hath thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets, and made Verona's ancient citizens cast by grave beseeming ornaments, to wield old partisans in hands as old, cankered with peace to part your cankered hate. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. And for this time all the rest depart away. You, Capulet, shall go along with me. Montague, come you this afternoon to know our further pleasure in this case. Old Freetown, our common judgment place. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Who set this ancient form on the road? Speak, nephew. Were you bowing again?
Here, where the service of your adversary and yours close fight in your eyes approach. When I departed, in the instant came the fire table with a sword prepared. While we were interchanging thrusts and blows, came more and more, and fought part on part, till the prince came, and part on part.
Oh, where's Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am he was not at this fray.
Madam, an hour before the worship sun peered forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drove me walk abroad. So early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was ware of me, and stole to the covert of the wood. I, measuring his affections by my own, pursued my humor not pursuing his, and gladly shun and gladly fled from me.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew, adding to clouds more clouds with his deep sighs. But also soon as the all-cheering sunshine in the furthest east begin to draw the shady curtains from Aurora's bed, away from the light steals home the heavy sun, and private in his chamber pens himself, and makes himself an artificial night. Black and portentous must his humor prove, unless good counsel may the cause remove.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can learn of them.
Have you importuned him by any means?
Both by myself and many other friends, but he, his own affection, is to himself, I will not say how true, but to himself so secret, and so close, so far from sounded in discovery. Could we but learn from whence his sorrows grow, we would as willingly give cure as know.
See you where he comes, so please just step aside. All know his grievance, we much deny.
I would thou wert so happy by thy stay to hear true shrift. Come, madam, let's wed.
Good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But noon struck 9.
Ah, me, sad hours seem long. Was that my father that went head so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours.
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love.
Out.
Of love.
Out of her favor where I am in love.
Alas, that love so gentle as beauty, so tyrannous and rough and cruel.
Alas, that love whose view is muffled still should without eyes see pathways to his will. Where shall we dine? Ah, me! What fray was here? Then tell me not, for I've heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then, oh brawling love, oh loving hate, anything of nothing first create. Heavy lightness, serious vanity, misshapen chaos of well-seeming forms, feather of lead, bright smoke, cold fire, sick health, still waking sleep that is not what it is. This love feel I, that feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
No, cuz I'd rather weep.
Good hurt at what?
At that good heart's oppression.
Why such is love's transgression? Griefs of mine own lie heavy in my breast, which thou wilt propagate to have it pressed before thine. This love that thou hast shown doth add more grief to too much of mine own. Love is smoke, raised with a beam of sighs, being purged, a fire sparkling in lovers' eyes, being vexed, a sea nourished with lovers' tears. What is it else? A madness most discreet. Choking gall and the preserving sweet. Farewell, my cuz.
Soft. I will go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
Tut! This is not Romeo. I've lost myself. I'm some other where.
Cuz, who is it that you love?
In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aimed so near when I supposed you loved.
Right the mark when she's fair, I love.
Right there, mark her, cuz as soon as hit.
In that hit you miss, she'll not be hit with Cupid's bow. She hath Diane's wit, and in strong proof of chastity well armed. In love's weak childish foe she lives unharmed. She'll not stay the siege of loving terms, nor bear encounter of assailing eyes, nor ope her lap to saint seducer. Oh, she is rich in beauty, only poor, that when she dies with beauty dies her store.
Then she has sworn she will still live chaste.
She hath. In that swearing makes huge waste. Beauty starved with her severity cuts beauty off from all posterity. She's too fair, too wise, wisely too fair. To merit bliss by making me despair. She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow do I live dead, but live to tell it now.
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes, examine other beauties.
Is the way to call hers exquisite. Show me a mistress that is passing fair. Search for beauty, but as a note by which I may read what past that passing fair. Farewell, my cuz, thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine or else dying dead.
But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
They're saying or what I have said before. My child is yet a stranger in the world. She had not seen the change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride, or we may think her right to be a bride.
Younger than she are happy mothers, then.
And too soon marred are those so early made. She's the hopeful lady of my life. But woo her, Joseph Harris, get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part. Does not I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many against such as I love. And you, among the store, one more most welcome makes my number more. And my poor house look to behold this night, earth treading stars that make dark heaven light. Here all see, and like her most whose merit most shall be, which on more view of many man being one, may stand in number, though in reckoning none. Come, go with me. Go, Sirrah, trudge about the fair Verona, and find those persons out whose names are written there, and to them say, my house and pleasure on their welcome stay.
Find them out whose names are written here. I'm sent to find those persons whose names are here writ, and can never find what names the writing person have here written. I must still learn it.
In good time. One fire burns out another's burden. One pain is less than 5 hours anguish. Take thou some new infection in the eye, the rank poison the old will die. I pray thee, Romeo, why art thou mad?
Not mad, but thou more than a madman is. Shut up in prison, kept without my food, whipped and tortured it. Good evening, fella.
Pray, sir, can you read?
Ah, mine own fortune and my misery.
Perhaps you learn it with that book, but I pray, can you read anything you see?
Ah, if I know the letters in the language.
You say honestly, rest Mary.
Say, good fellow, I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, Signor Placentio and his lovely nieces, Signor Mercutio and his brother Valentine, my uncle Capulet and his wife and daughter, my fair niece Rosaline and Livia, Signor Valencio and his cousin Tybalt. Fair assembly, whither shall they come?
Up,
Whither?
to supper, to our house.
Whose house?
My master's.
Indeed, I should have asked thee that before.
Well, now I'll tell you without asking. My master is a great rich Capulet, and if you be not in the house of Montagues, I pray. Come, crush a cup of wine. Rest Mary.
At this same ancient feast of Capulet sups the fair Rosaline, whom thou so lovest, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with unattainted eye, compare faces some that I shall show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow.
When the devout religion of mine eye maintains such falsehoods, then turn tears to fires. And these who oft drown could never die, transparent heretics be burnt for liars. One fairer than my love, the all-seeing sun ne'er saw one such since first the world begun.
You saw her fair, none else being by, herself poised with herself in either eye. But in those crystal scales let there be weighed your lady's love against some other maid. That I will show you shining in his feast, and she shall scant show well in house mist.
I'll go alone. No such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendors of mine own.
Nurse, where's my daughter?
Call towards me.
My mind maiden head at 12-year-old I bid her come. What lamb, what ladybird? How forbid, where is this girl? What Juliet?
How now, who calls?
Your mother.
Madam, I'm here. What is your will?
This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I have remembered me. Thou hearest our counsel. Daughters of a pretty age.
Right? I can tell her age into an hour.
She's not 14.
I'll lay 14 of my teeth. She's not 14. How long is it now till land is tied?
A fortnight, not days.
Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls, were of an age. Well, Susan is with God. On Lammas Eve, at night, shall she be 14. That shall she, Mary, I remember it well. Since the earthquake now, 11 years, and she was weaned. Never shall forget it. For all the days of the year, upon that day, and since that time it is 11 years, for that she could stand alone. Hey, by the road. She could have run and waddled all about for just the day before she broke her brow. My husband, God be with his soul, was a merry man. Took up the child. Yea, quoth he, falls upon thy face. Thou wilt fall backwards now, hast more wit. Wilt thou not, Jewel? By my hand, pretty wretch left crying and said, I. To see now how jest shall come about. And I warn I should live 1,000 years, I never should forget it. Wilt thou not, Jewel? Pretty fool and stinted and said, I.
Enough of this, how crazy will that be?
Yes, madam, but I cannot choose but laugh, and to think it should leave crying and say, I. When I warrant it had upon its brow the bump the size of a young cockerel stone, a perilous knock, and it cried bitterly. Wilt thou not, Jewel? And it stinted and said, I.
And did not you, I pray thee, nurse, say I.
Please, I've done. God save thee to his mark. Thou wert the prettiest babe that e'er I nursed. I may live to see thee married once. I have my wish.
Mary, that Mary is the very thing I came to talk on. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor that I dream not of.
An honor? Were I not thy only nurse, I'd say thou hast sucked wisdom from thy teat.
Well, younger than you here in Verona, ladies in steam are made already mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now named. Thus then, in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
Man, young lady, a man is all the world, but he's a man of wax.
Verona's summer hath not such a flower.
Right, he's a flower, in faith, a very flower.
What say? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast. Read o'er the volume of young Paris' face, and find delight right there with beauty's pen. Examine every merry lineament, and see how one another wins content. And what obscured in this fair volume lies, find written in the margin of his eyes. This precious book of love, this unbound lover, to beautify him only lacks a cover.
A cover.
In his eyes shall share the glory that in gold clasp locks in the golden story. So shall you have all that he doth possess by having him, making yourself no less.
No less, nay bigger. Women grow by men.
What say? Can you lack of Paris love?
I'll look to lack and look and lack and move, but no more deep blind art my eye than your consent, your strength to make it fly.
Madam, guests are come, supper served up. You called, my young lady asked for, the nurse cursed in the pantry, and everything in extremity. I must hence to wait. I beseech you, call the straight.
Juliet, or Paris stays.
Go, girls, see happy nights and happy days.
What? Shall the speech be spoke for our excuse, or shall we on without apology?
We'll have no Cupid hoodwinked with a scarf, scaring the ladies like a crow-keeper. Nor will that book prologue softly spoke after the prompt their brought entrance. But let them measure us by what they will. We'll measure them a measure, and be gone.
Give me a torch. I'm not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the lie.
We must have you dance.
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have the soul of lead. So stakes me to the ground, I cannot move.
You are a lover. Bar Cupid's wings and soar with them, lover.
I am too sore and pierce it with his shaft to soar with his light feathers, and so bound, I cannot bound a pitch above dull love. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
To sink in it should you burden love.
Too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorns.
Love be rough with you, be rough with love. Good love for breaking and you beat love down. Give me a case to put my fist in.
Give me the lie. Let wantons lie of heart, tickle the senseless rushes with their heels. I'll be a candle holder and look on. The game was ne'er so fair, and I am done.
If thou art done, we'll draw thee from the mire, or save your reverence from love, wherein thou sticks up to the ears. Come, you bring daylight, ho.
Nay, that's not so.
I mean, sir, in the leg. Take our good meaning, for our judgment sits 5 times in that air, once in our 5 wits.
And we mean well in going to this mass, but 'tis no writ to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamt a dream tonight.
So did I. Of course, that dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep, my lady dream things true.
Oh, then, I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairest midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of all the men, drawn with 2 little atomite on men's noses as they lie asleep. Her chariot is empty hazelnut. Her wagon spokes made of long spider's legs. The cover of the wings of grasshoppers, the traces of the smallest spider's web. The collars of the moonshine, water beams. Her whip, a cricket foam, the lash of film. Her wagoner, a small gray coat and hat. And in the state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and they dream of love. Or liars' fingers who straight dream on bees, or ladies' lips who straight on kisses dream, which oft the angry mad with blisters plagues, because the breasts with sweet meats tainted are. Sometimes she gallop o'er a courtier's nose, and then dreams he is smelling out of soup. Sometimes comes she with a tight pig's tail, tickling a parson's nose as he lies asleep, and then dreams he of another benefits. Sometimes she drives for a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of hell's 5 fathom deep, and then anon, drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus frightened, swears a prayer tune and sleeps again. This is that very mad. This is the hag who makes lion their best and prison them, and learns them first to bear men and women of good carriage. This
Peace, Mercutio, peace, thou talkst of nothing.
True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain begot of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin a substance as the air, and more inconstant than the wind who woos even now the frozen bosom of the north, and being angered, puffs away from thence, turning his side to the dew dropping side. This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, we shall come too late.
I fear too early, for my mind misgives some consequence yet hanging in the stars. Shall bitterly begin his fearful date with this night's revels, and expire the term of a despised life close to my breast by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that hath the steer to my course direct my sail.
Oh, gentlemen!
Where's my family come from? What good manner shall I all in 1 or 2 men's hands, and they are washed too? It's a foul thing.
Wave for my soul, remove the mark cover, look to the plate, get out, save me a piece of that, Wellesley.
Aye, boy.
Cheerly, boys, be brisk a while, the longer liver take off. Welcome, gentlemen. Ladies that have their toes on plate are willing to walk about with you. You are welcome, gentlemen. Come, musicians, play. Oh, give room to put it, girls. More lighting names and turn the tables up, and quench the fire the room's grown too hot. Sir, this unlimited sport comes well. Nay, sit, good cousin Capulet, for you and I past our dancing days. scorn at our solemnity. Now by the stock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead I hold it not sin.
How now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe. A villain that has hither come in spite to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, that bully Romeo.
Contend to be gentle, cause let him alone. To say truth, Verona brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I would not, for the wealth of all the town, here in my house, do him disparagement. Therefore be patient, take no note of him. It is my will, the which if thou respect, show a fair presence and put off these frowns and ill-beseeming semblance of her feet.
It fits, when such a villain is a guest. I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured. Oh, goodman boy, I say, he shall go too.
No!
Go too. You'll not endure him, go a mutiny among my guests.
Uncle, take a shame.
Go too. You are a saucy boy, so indeed. This trick may chance to swing you. I know what. You must conjure me. Tis time. Be quiet. More light. For shame, I'll make you quiet. What, truly, my hearts?
I will withdraw. But this intrusion shall no singing sweet, soon turn to bitterest dog.
If I profane with my unworthiest hand, this holy shrine, my sin is this. My lips too blushing filthy, ready to stand. Smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this, for saints have hands that pilgrim's hands do touch them. Palm to palm as holy palm is kiss.
Have not saints lips and holy commerce too?
Pilgrim lips that they must use in prayer.
And let these do what hands do. They pray, grant thou as faith turn to despair.
Saints, do not move though, grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not from my prayers effect thou take. Thus from my lips by yours my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from my lips, oh trespass sweetly urged, give me my sin again. Kissed by the blood.
What is her mother?
Her Dashler, her mother's the lady of the house, and a good lady and a kind and a virtuous. I nursed her daughter when she talked with all. Let me tell you, he that can lay hold of her shall have the chase.
Is she Capulet? My life is my foe's dead.
Go away. Speak on. The sport is at its best.
So I fear the war is my unrest. Nay, gentlemen, prepare not to be gone. We have a trifling foolish banquet towards. To being so. Well then, I thank you all. Thank you, honest gentlemen. Good night. Our torch is here. Come on then, let's to bed. It's here by my bed, wax late. To my rest.
Hither, nurse. What is yon gentleman? What's he that falls there that would not dance?
I know not.
Don't ask his name. He married my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the old son of your great enemy.
love and dove. He heareth not, he stirreth not, he moveth not. He ate his day, and I must conjure him. I conjure thee by Rosalind's right eyes, by her high forehead and her scarlet lip, by her fine foot, straight leg, and quivering thigh, and the manes that there Jason lies, and in thy likeness thou appear to us. And if he hear thee, thou wilt anger him. This cannot anger him. 'Twould anger him to raise a spirit in his mistress's circle of some strange nature, letting it there stand till she has raised it and calmed it down. My indication is fair and honest, and in his mistress's name, I conjure only but to raise up him. Come, he hath hidden himself among the trees, be consorted with the numerous. Night, blind is his love, best befits the dark. If love be blind, love cannot hit the mark. Romeo cannot, out of my truckle bed, this field bed is too cold for man to sleep. Come, shall we go? Go then. For it is in vain to seek him here that means not to be found.
Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I'll take
What man art thou that thus discreet and not so stumblest on my counsel?
by the name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. I lie written on, tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterance, and yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo, and a Montague?
Not a fair maid, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me. Wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place of death consider who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find me here.
Love's light wings that I will push these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love does that dares love to attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen I will stop to thee.
If they do see thee, they'll murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweep, and I am proof against their enmity.
I'd not for the world they saw thee here.
I have not close to hide me from their sight, and wouldst thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued, wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundst thou at this place?
By love! First it prompted me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would have made it blush for paint my cheek for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell on form, fain deny what I have spoke. But farewell compliment, dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye. I'll take thy word, yet if thou swearest, thou mayst prove false. At lover perjuries they say Jove laughs. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkst I'm too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo. But else not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayst think my behavior light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess, but that thou overheardst ere I was where my true love's passion. Therefore, pardon me and not impute this guilt to light love which the dark night can so discover.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear.
Swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon that monthly changes in her sort of orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable. What shall I swear by? Do not swear at all. If thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my idolatry. I'll believe thee.
My heart's dear love.
Well, do not swear! Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It's too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning, which doth cease to be, ere one can say it lightens. Sweet, good night. This bud of love, by summer's bright red may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night. Good night. If sweet repose and rest come to thy heart, if that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine?
I gave thee mine before thou didst request, yet I were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank and give it thee again. My bounty is as boundless as you see my love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have. Both are infinite.
Ladybird!
I hear some noise within. Dear love, do
Anon, good nurse.
Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but little, I'll come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night. I'm afeared. This being night, all this is but a dream. Flattering, sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bet of love be honorable, thy purpose of marriage,
Send me word tomorrow by one that I'll procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
I come anon, but if thou meet not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam!
By and by I come to cease thy suit and lead me to my grief.
Tomorrow will I send.
So throughout my soul,
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worst won't I lie.
Romeo. Oh, my Romeo.
It is my soul that calls silver sweet on lovers' tongues at night, like sweetest music to attending ears.
Romeo? Hello?
At what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
By the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I forgot why I did call thee back.
Will you stay a while till thou dost remember?
I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
And I'll stay to have thee still forgetting any other home but this.
It's almost morning. I would have thee gone, and yet no further than a wanton's bird who lets it not a little from his hand, with a silk thread plucks it back again, so loved, jealous of his liberty. Oh, would I were thy bird, sweet, so would I, but I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night.
Good night. We part in such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep in peace dwell in my breast. Oh, that I were sleep in peace, so sweet to rest. The gray-eyed morn smiles on the frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light. Hence will I to my ghostly father's cell, his help to crave and my dear hap to tell.
Now, ere the sun advances, burning eye, the day to cheer and night stank, dew to dry, I must up. I must upfill this austere cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious juice of flowers. The earth that's nature's mother is her tomb. What is her burying grave? That is her womb. And from her womb, we children of diverse kind, we sucking on her natural bosom vine. Many for many, virtues excellent. None but for some, and yet all different. For so much the powerful grace that lies in herbs, plants, stones, and their true qualities. For not so vile that on the earth doth live, but to the earth some special good doth give, nor aught so good, but straying from that fair use, revolts from true birth, stumbling on abuse. Virtue itself turns vice, being misapplied, and vice sometimes by action dignified. Two such opposing kings can instill in man as well as herbs, grace and rude will. And where the worser is predominant, full soon the canker death eats up that plant.
Tomorrow, father.
What early tongue so sweet soothes? Young son, it argues a distempered head. So soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Care keeps his watch in every old man's eye, and where care lodges, sleep will never lie. But where unbruised youth with unstuffed brain doth couch his limbs, there golden sleep doth reign. Therefore thy earliness doth me assure thou art uproused by some distemperature. Or if not so, then here I've hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
That last is true, the sweeter rest was
God
mine.
pardon sin. Was that with Rosaline?
Rosaline was not, no, I forgot that
man, for lo, my intercession likewise steads my foe.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
Then plainly know my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. As mine own hers, so hers is set on mine, and all combined. Say what thou must combine in holy marriage. When and where and how we met and wooed and made exchange of vow, I'll tell you as we pass, but this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis, what a change is here. Rosalind, whom thou hast loved so dear, so soon forsaken. Young men's love then lies not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. Oh, Jesu Maria, what a deal of brine hath washed thy sallow cheeks for Rosaline. The sun not yet thy sighs from heaven clears, thy old groans ring yet in my ancient ears. Lo, here upon thy cheek the stain doth sit of an old tear that is not washed off yet. If ever thou was thyself in these woes thine, thou and these woes were all for Rosaline, and art thou changed? Pronounce this sentence then, women may fall when there's no strength in men.
Thou chidest me oft for loving Rosaline,
For doting, not for loving, pupil mine.
and badest me bury love.
Not in the grave to lay one in, another out to have.
Pray thee chide not, her I love now, doth grace for grace and love for love allowed. The other do not so.
Oh, she knew well thy love did read by rote that could not spell. But come, young waverer, come, go with me. In one respect I'll thy assistant be, for this alliance may so happy prove to turn your household rancour to pure love.
Oh, let us stand on some pace.
Wisely and slowly stumble that run fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Him and I home tonight. Not to his father's. I spoke his name. That same pale, hard-hearted wench that Rosaline torments him so that he'll sure run mad. Tybalt, the kinsman of old Capulet, has sent a letter to his father's house. Challenge on my life. Romeo will answer it. Any man that can write may answer a letter. Nay, he will answer the letter's master, how he dares, being dare.
Alas, poor Romeo, he is already dead, stabbed with a white wench's black eye, run through the air with a love song, the bare pin of his heart cleft by the blind boboy's butt cheek. And is he a man too, kind of Tybalt?
Why, what is Tybalt?
More than Prince of Cats. Oh, he's the courageous captain of compliments. He finds his using prick song, keeps time, distance, and proportion, 1, 2, and a third in your bosom. A duelist, a gentleman of the very first house. Ah, the immortal Passaro, the punto reverso, the... Hey. The pox of such antic lisping, affecting, and fantasticos. By Jesu, a very good blade, a very tall man, very good whore.
Here comes Romeo.
Without his roe like a dried herring. Oh, flesh, how art thou fishified? You gave us counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit ye by me?
The slip, sir, the slip. Can you not concede?
Oh, pardon, good Mercutio. My business was great. And, in such a case as mine, a man may stray in courtesy.
That's as much as to say, such a case as yours constrains a man to bow in the hands.
Courtesy.
Thou hast most kindly hit it.
A most courteous exposition.
I am the very pink of courtesy. Come between us, give Benvolio my wits. Fight.
Spurs, rock, proper match.
Nay, thou with the runabout, which is not have done. For thou hast more of a wild goose in one of thy wits than I am sure I have in my whole 5.
Was I leave you there for the goose?
Oh, thou wast not with me there for anything. And I was the goodness.
I will bite thee by the ear.
Nay,
down to have stop there. Thou desirest me to stop in my tail? Thou wouldst else have made thy tail large.
Thou art deceived, I would have made it short for I had come to the whole depth of my tail and meant indeed to occupy the argument no longer.
Here's goodly gear.
Peter, and on! My fan, Peter. Good Peter to hide her face from a fan's fair face.
Good morning to you, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, fair gentlewoman.
Is it so late?
'Tis no later, I tell you, for the bawdy hands of dollars now upon the cricket meeting. Out the pony, what a man are you?
One gentlewoman that God had made for himself.
By my troth, it is well said.
Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo?
I can.
Well, the young Romeo will be older when you find him than he was when you saw him. Is that name called Horse?
You say well.
Yes, the worst bow very well took in faith, Plaza Wellesley.
If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence of you.
She won't have into some supper.
Abode. 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 So what?
What hast thou found?
No hare, sir, unless a hare, sir, and a Lenten pie that is something stale and hoar air spent. Bang, old hare, meat and Lent, but a hare's a whore too much for a whore. Romeo leads to your father's will to dinner thing.
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady.
My troth, sir, what a saucy merchant is this that's so full of his roguery?
One good nurse that loves to hear himself talk. And we'll say more in a minute than he'll stand to in a moment.
When he says anything against me, I'll take him down, and he lustier than he is of 20 such jacks. And if I cannot, then I shall find those that shall. Servy knave! Now shalt stand by to the supper he made to use me at his pleasure.
I saw no man use you at his pleasure. If I had not... I'll warn you, I draw soon as another man if I see occasion of a quarrel and along my side.
Oh, I'm so vexed. Every part about me quivers. Scurvy knave! Pray you, sir, a word. And as my mistress, as I told you before, my mistress bid me inquire you out. But first, let me tell ye, sir, ye shall leave her into a fool's paradise, as they say. It is a very gross kind of behavior, as they say. For the gentlewoman is young, and is an ill thing to be offered to any gentlewoman, and very weak dealing.
Good nurse, commend me to thy mistress. I protest unto thee.
In heart and faith, I will tell her as much. She'll be a joyful woman.
What dost thou tell her, nurse? Thou dost not mark me.
I will tell her, sir, that you do protest, which, as I take it, is a very gentlemanlike offer.
Bid her devise something to come to shrift tomorrow, where she shall at fireworks to still be shrived and married. Here's for thy pains.
No, truly, sir, not a penny.
Go to, I say you shall.
This afternoon? She'll be there.
Stay, good nurse, behind the abbey wall. Within an hour my man will be with thee, and bring thee cords made like the tackled stair, which to the high-top gallant of my joy must be my convoy in the secret night. Farewell, be trusting I'll quit thy pains. Farewell, commend me to thy mistress.
God in heaven bless thee, sir. Hark ye, sir.
What sayst thou, dear?
Is your man secret?
I warn you, he's as true as steel.
My mistress is the sweetest lady. Lord, and she's a little prating thing. There's a nobleman in town, one Paris that would fain lay knock aboard. She good soul would as lief see a toad, a very toad, as see him. And I anger her sometimes and tell her that Paris is the proper man. But I'll warrant you, when I say so, she is as pale as a cloud in the versal world.
Commend me to thy mistress.
1,000 times. Peter, anon, before and apace.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse.
In half an hour she promised to return. Protection cannot meet him. That's not so. Oh, she is lame. Well, those heralds should be thoughts, which 10 times faster glides in the sun's beams, driving back shadows over lowering hills. Therefore do nimble pinion doves draw love. Therefore hath the wind swift Cupid wings. Now is the sun upon the hindmost hill of this day's journey, and from 9 till 12 is 3 long hours, yet she is not come. Had she affections and warm, youthful blood, she would be as swift in motion as a ball. My words would bandy her to my sweet love, and give to me. But old folks may fain as they were dead, and wieldy, slow, heavy, and pale as lead. Oh God, she comes.
sermons upon these acts that after hours will sorrow chide us not.
Amen, amen, but come what sorrow may, it cannot countervail the exchange of joy that one short minute gives me in her sight. Do thou but close our hands with holy words, then love devouring death do what we dare. It is enough her name but call her mine.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die like fire and powder, which as they kiss consume. The sweetest honey is loathsome in its own deliciousness, and in the taste confounds the appetite, therefore love moderately. Long love doth so. Too swift arrives as tardy as too slow. Here comes the lady, oh so right foot.
Good evening to my Wellesley confessor.
Romeo shall thank thee, daughter, for us both. Come away, and we will make short work, for by your lease you shall not stay long until the church and corporate tribunal.
Good, Mercutio. Let's retire. The day is hot, the kettle's broad. And if we shall not stay abroad. Now these hot days is the madness, sir.
Thou art like one of those fellows that, when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps beneath his sword upon the table and says, God, send me no need of thee. And by the operation of the second cup, draws it on the drawer when indeed there is no need.
And I'm like such a feller.
Come, come, thou art as soon moved to the moody and as soon mooded to the moved.
And what too?
Nay, and there were two such, we should have none shortly, for one would kill the other. Thou, why, thou wilt pour for man that hath a hair more, hair less in his beard than thou hast. Thou wilt pour for man for cracker nuts, having no other reason but because thou hast hazel eyes. What eye was such an eye would spout such a quarrel? Thou hast quarreled with a man for coughing in the street because he hath waked thy dog that lain asleep in the sun, and yet thou wilt tutor me from quarreling.
And I prescribe to quarrel as thou art, a man might have to be simple in my life for an hour and a quarter.
The fee is simple, oh simple.
By my head, here come the Capulets.
By my heel, I care not.
Follow me close, for I will speak to him. Gentlemen, good evening. A word with one of you.
And but one word with some of us, couple it with something, make a word and a blow.
You shall find me acting up to that, sir, and you will give me occasion.
Can you not take some occasion without the given?
Mercutio, thou consorts with Romeo.
Consort? But dost thou make us minstrels? And thou makes minstrels of us look to hear nothing but discords. Here's my fiddlestick, here's the man you dance.
We talk here in the public haunt of men. Either withdraw to some private place and reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes will need to look and let them gaze. I'll not budge for no man's pleasure.
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man.
Mary, go before the field to be your follower. Your worship in that sense may call him man.
Romeo, the love I bear thee can afford no better terms than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the love I bear thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain am I none. So farewell, I see thou knowest me not.
Boy, this does not excuse the injuries thou hast done me. Therefore turn and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, till thou dost know the reason for my love. And so could Capulet, which name I tender as dearly as mine own, be satisfied.
Oh, calm, dishonorable, vile submission. Till what you right, how can you walk?
What wouldst thou have of me?
Good king of cats. Nothing but wonder 9 lives that I need to make bold with all. And as you shall use me hereafter, draw me the rest of the 8. Will you pluck your sword out of his pilcher by the ears? Make haste, let's mind me about your ears, ere it be out.
Remember, you shall put that weapon up.
Come, sir.
Draw, then Romeo, beat the weapons down. Gentlemen, for shame, forbear this outrage. The prince expressing acts has been demanding in broad streets. Hold! Tybalt! Good Mercutio!
shall find me a great man. I'm peppered, I warrant, for this world. Laid on both your houses, a dog, a rat, a mouse, a cat, scratch a man to death, a braggart, a rogue, a villain. Why the devil came you between us? I was hurt under your arm. I thought all for the best. How much is that husband, or I shall faint? Plague on both your houses. They made worse meat of me, I have it, and sound too. Your
This gentleman, the prince's near ally, my very friend, had done his mortal hurt on my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt that in the hour hath been my kinsman. Oh, Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate. And my reputation softened valor still.
Romeo. Mercutio is dead.
This day's glad fate on others doth depend. This but begins the woes, others must end.
Here comes the fierce Tybalt back again.
Alive in triumph and Mercutio slain. Tybalt, take back the villain that late thou gavest me. For Mercutio's soul is but a little ways above our heads, staying for thine to keep him company.
Thou wretched boy, that didst consort him here, shall rid him hence.
This shall determine that.
Romeo, away, be gone. The citizens rob and Tybalt slain. If the prince was finally here, he will doom thee death. Hence be gone, away.
Oh, I am fortune's fool.
Why dost thou stay?
Mercutio, Tybalt that villain witch! Wait. Ring.
There lies that Tybalt.
Up, sir, go with me. I'll charge thee in the prince's name.
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
Oh, noble prince, I can discover all. The unlucky man of this fatal brawl. There lies that Tybalt, slain by young Romeo, who slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Tybalt, my cousin, oh, my brother's child, oh, prince, cousin, husband, the blood is shed of my dear kinsman. Prince, as thou art true, for blood of our shed blood of Montague.
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt, here slain. Whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo that spoke him fair, bid him bethink how nice the poor was, and urged withal your high displeasure. All this uttering with gentle breath, calm look, and knees humbly bowed, could not take truce with the unruly spleen of Tybalt, deaf to peace, but that he chills the piercing steel of bold Mercutio's breast, who all his hot turns deadly point to point with Tybalt. Romeo, he cries aloud, hold friends, friends part, and swifter than his tongue his agile arm beat down their fatal points, and twixt them rushes, underneath whose arm an envious thrust from Tybalt hit the laugh of stout Mercutio. And then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge, and to it they go like lightning, for our eye could draw to part them. Was the stout Tybalt slain? And as he fell, did Romeo turn and fly. This is the truth. Or let Benvolio die.
He is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him false. He speaks not true. Some 20 of them fought in this black strife, and all those 20 would kill one life. I beg for justice, which thou, prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt,
Romeo must not live.
Romeo slew him. He slew Mercutio. Who now the price of his dear blood doth owe?
Not Romeo, Prince, he was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes but what the law should end, the laugh of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence. I have an interest in your hate's proceeding. My blood for your rude brawls doth lie bleeding. But I'll immerse you with so strong a fine that you shall all repent the loss of mine. I shall be deaf to pleading and excuses, nor tears nor prayers shall cancel out abuses. Therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste, else when he's found that hour is his last. Bear hence his body and attend our will. Mercy but murders, pardoning those that kill. Go hence.
Look, the pace you fiery-footed steeds towards Phoebus' lodge, and such a wagoner's phaeton would whip you to the west and bring in cloudy night immediately. Spread thy clothes, curtain, love, performing night, that runaways' eyes may wink, and Romeo leap to these arms, untalked of and unseen. Lovers can see to do their amorous rites by their own beauties, or if love be blind, it best agrees with night. Civil knighthood, my unman blood bathing in my cheeks with thy black mantle, till strange love grown bold, think true love acted simple modesty. Night, come, Romeo, come thou day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, wired in snow on a raven's back. Gentle night, come, loving black brown night, give me my Romeo. And when he shall die, take him, and cut him out in little stars. He will make the face of heaven so fine. All the world will be in love with night. Pay no worship to the garish sun. I bought the mansion of a love yet not possessed, and though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. So tedious is this day. Now, nurse, what news? Perhaps that there cords Romeo did thee fetch.
The cords.
I mean, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
We are undone, lady, we are undone. He's gone, he's killed, he's dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can. Heaven cannot. Romeo. Romeo, whoever would have thought it? Romeo.
What devil art thou that doth torment me thus? This torture should be roared
be such an eye, or those eyes shut that make me answer I. If he be slain, say I, if not, no brief sounds determine of my weal or woe.
I saw the wound, saw it with mine eyes. I saved the mark there on his manly breast. Piteous course, bloody piteous course, all bedaubed in blood, all in gore blood. I sounded at the side.
Break my heart, poor bankrupt ragged once. To prison I've ne'er looked on liberty vile, earth to earth reside, and motion here. Thou and Romeo press one heavy bier.
Tybalt, Tybalt, the best friend I had. Honest Tybalt, courteous gentleman. That ere I should live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead? And dreadful trumpets sound the general doom, for who is living if those two are gone?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did. It did. Like the day it did.
Serpent heart hid with flowered face. Did ever dragon keep so fair a cave? Beautiful tyrant, fiend, angelical, dove, feathered, raven, wolfish, ravening lamb, despised substance of divinest show. Just opposite what thou justly thinkst. Oh, that deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace.
There is no trust, no faith, no honesty in men. All purged, all forsworn, all not, all dissemblers. Where is my man? Give me some aqua vitae. Griefs, these woes, these sorrows make me old. Shame come to Romeo.
Blessed be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. Upon his brow shame is ashamed to sit for 'tis a throne where honor may be crowned sole monarch of the universal earth.
Wilt thou speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? For my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I thy 3 hours wife have mangled it? Tybalt is dead. It would have slain my husband, and my husband lives that Tybalt would have slain. All this is comfort, wherefore weep I then. Some word there was worse than Tybalt's death that murdered me. I would forget it, fain to own it. Presses to my memory like damn guilty deeds to sinners not. Tybalt is dead, and Romeo vanished. That vanished. That one word vanished and slain 10,000 Tybalts. Tybalt's death was woe enough of it, and then there are sorrow, delights, and fellowship. What followed not when she said Tybalt said thy father and thy mother name, or both, but with a rear word following Tybalt's death. Romeo vanished. Speak that word, his father, mother Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all slain, all dead. Romeo is vanished. There is no end, no limit, no measure bound in that word's death. No words can that one sound. Where my father and my mother nurse,
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corse.
wash they his wounds with tears. Mine shall be spent when there's a dry for Romeo's banishment. Come, corpse. Come, nurse, I'll to my wedding bed. Death, not Romeo, take my maiden head.
Hie you to your chamber. I'll go get Romeo and comfort you. I wot well where he is. Hark ye, your Romeo
Romeo, come forth, thou fearful man. Affliction is never thy parts, and thou art wedded to calamity.
Friar, what news? What is the prince's doom?
A gentler judgment vanished from his lips, not by his death, but by his banishment.
Be merciful, say death. For exile hath more terror in his look, much more so than death. Do not say banish it.
Hence from Verona art thou banished, and be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Hence banished and is banished from the world, and world's exile is death. Thus is banishment death mistermed. Calling death banishment, thou cuts my head off with a golden axe and smiles upon the stroke that murders me.
O deadly sin, O rude unthankfulness, thy fault our law calls death, but the kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law and turned that black word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here where Juliet lives, and every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing live here in heaven and may look on her, but Romeo may not. They may seize on the wonder of her hand and steal immortal blessings from her lips, but Romeo may not, for he is banishing. Flies may do this, but from this I must fly. They are free men, but I am not. And sayest thou yet that exile is not death? Hast thou no poison mixed, no sharp round knife, no son meat of death, thou ne'er so mean, and banish it and kill me? Banish it? Oh, friar, the damned use this word in hell. Howlings attended. How hast thou the heart, being a divine, a ghostly confessor, and my friend professed to mangle me with this word banishing?
Thou fond madman, hear me but a little speak.
Thou wilt speak again of banishment.
I'll give thee armor to keep off that word. Adversity, sweet milk, philosophy to comfort thee, though thou art banishing.
Yet again, banishing. Hang up philosophy, lest philosophy can make a Juliet, displace a town, reverse a prince's doom. It hopes not, prevails not, talk no more.
Well, then I see that madmen have no ears.
How can they, when wise men have no eyes? Wast thou as young as I, Juliet thou loved, an hour but married, Tybalt murdered, doting like me and like me banished, then mightst thou cry out. Then mightst thou tear my hair, fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Hark, one knocks. Good Romeo, hide thyself.
Not I, as the mist of heartsick groans, sleep like pulled me from the sun's eyes.
One knocks. Stand up, run to my study. By and by, you will be taken. Romeo, hide thyself. I come. God's will, what simpleness is this? Who knocks so loud? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me come in, and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Where's my lady's lord? Where's Romeo?
There on the ground, his own tears made.
Just in my mistress's face, just in her face. Woe with sympathy, pity his predicament. Even so lies she, weeping and blubbering, blubbering and weeping. Stand up, stand and be a man. For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand.
Speakest thou, Juliet? How is it with her? Does she not think me an old murderer? Now I have stained the childhood of our joy with blood but little removed from her own. What says she? What says my concealed lady to our canceled love?
She says nothing, sir, but weeps and weeps and falls on her bed and then starts up again. And then on Tybalt calls, and then on Romeo cries, and then down falls again.
As if that name shot from the deadly level of a gun did murder her. As that name's cursed hand murdered her kinsman. Oh, tell me, friar, in what vile part of this anatomy doth my name lodge? Tell me, that I may sack the hateful mansion.
Hold thy desperate hand. Art thou a man? Thy form cries out thou art. Thy tears are womanish, and thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. Thou hast amazed me. By my holy order, I thought thy disposition better tempered. Fie, thou shamest thy shape, thy love, thy wit, digressing from the valor of a man. What? Rouse thee, man. Thy Juliet lives, for whose sake thou was but lately dead. If there art thou happy, Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy. The law that threatened death becomes thy friend and turns it to exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings lights up upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array. But like a misbehaved and sullen wench, thou pouts upon thy fortune and thy love. Take heed, for such die miserable. Go, get thee to thy love as was decreed. Ascend her chamber now and comfort her, but look you, stay not till the watch be set, or else thou canst not pass to Mantua, for thou shalt live till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and welcome you back with 200,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go before nurse, commend me to your lady, and bid her hasten all the house to bed, which heavy sorrow makes them apt unto. Romeo is coming.
Stand here all the night to hear good counsel. What learning is. I'll tell my mistress you come. Do so. Arrange she bid me with you, sir. Hark you, make haste, it grows very late. Oh, my comfort is revived by this.
Either be gone before the watch be set, or by the break of day disguised from hence, sojourn in Mantua. I'll find out your man, and he shall let you know from time to time every good hap to you that chances here. Give me your hand. 'Tis late. Farewell, good.
Oh, that a joy past joy calls unto me, it were a grief so brief to part with thee. Farewell.
Fallen out, sir, so unluckily that we have had no time to move our daughter. Look you, she loved her kinsman Tybalt dearly. And so did I. Well, we were born to die. 'Tis very late, she'll not come down tonight. I promise you, but for your company, I would have been in bed an hour ago.
These times of woe afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will, and no reminder early tomorrow. Tonight she is mewed up to her heaviness.
Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she will be ruled in all respects by me. Nay, more, I doubt it not. Wife, go you to her ere you go to bed. Acquaint her here of my son Paris' love, and bid her, mark you me, on Wednesday next. That's off, what day is it?
Monday.
Monday. Well, Wednesday is too soon. A Thursday, let it be. A Thursday, tell her she shall be married to this noble earl. Will you be ready? Do you like this haste will keep no great ado, a friend or two, for hark you, Tybalt being slain so late, it may be thought we held him carelessly, being our kinsman, if we revel much. Therefore we'll have half a dozen friends, and there an end. But what say you to Thursday?
Lord, I would the Thursday were tomorrow.
We'll get you gone, a Thursday be it then. Go you to Juliet ere you go to bed, prepare her wife against this wedding day. Shalom, my lord. Not to my chamber, ho! For me. It is so very, very late that you may call it early by and by. Good night.
Wilt thou be gone? It's not yet near day. It was the nightingale, not the lark that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. Night's candle is burnt out, and jocund day stands tiptoe o'er the misty mountain tops. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight, I know it, I. Some meteor that the sun exhales,
Feeding you this night porch there. Might be on my way to Wellesley. Never stay yet. Now means not to be gone.
Let me be ta'en, let me be put to death. I am content, so thou would have it so. I'll say yon grey is not the morning's eye, nor that is not the lark whose notes do beat the high vault of heaven o'er our heads. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is my love? Let's talk. It is not day.
It is high empty, gone away. The lark sings so out of tune, straining harsh discourse and unpleasing sharp song. Say the lark makes sweet condition, this does not so. She divided us. Now be gone, more light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam,
Nurse,
the lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke, be wary. Look about.
then window let day in and let life out.
Farewell. One kiss and I'll say.
Art thou gone so, love? Lord, husband, friend? I must hear from thee every day, in the hour, for in a minute there are many years. By this count I shall be much in year, I again behold my Romeo.
I will omit no opportunity that may convey my greetings, love, to thee.
I think thou we shall ever meet again.
I doubt it not. And all these woes will serve for sweet discourses in our time to come.
God, I have an ill divine and soul. Methinks I see thee now, thou art below, as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails or thou lookst pale.
Believe me, love, in my eyes so do you. Draw sorrow, drinks our blood. Adieu, adieu.
Oh, daughter, are you up?
Who is it that calls? Is it my lady mother? She not down so late, up so early. What unaccustomed cause procures her hither?
Why? How now, Juliet?
Madam, I'm not well.
You're more weeping for your cousin's death? What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
Well, thou weepst not so much for his death, as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
Same villain Romeo.
Villain may he be many miles asunder. God pardon him, I do with all my heart. And yet no man like me to grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
I, madam, from the reach of these my hands, would none but I might avenge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it, fear thou not. Therefore have done. I'll send to London Mantua, where that same banished renegade doth live, shall give him such an unaccustomed dread that he shall soon keep temporal company. And then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I shall never be satisfied with Romeo until I behold him. Dead! My poor heart for a kinsman vexed. Madam, if you could find out but a man to bear a poison, I would temper it that Romeo should upon receipt thereof soon sleep quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named and cannot come to him, to wreak that love that I bore my cousin upon his body that slaughtered him.
Find out the means and I'll find such a man. But come, I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Well, thou hast a careful father, child. One who, to put thee from that heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy, which thou looked not for, nor I expected not.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Mary, my child, early next Thursday morn, the gallant, young, and noble gentleman, the County Paris, at St. Peter's Church shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church, and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste that I must wear he that should be husband comes to woo. I pray you tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet, and when I do, I swear it shall be to Romeo, whom you know I hate. Rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself, and see how he will take it in your hands.
When the sun sets, the air doth drizzle dew. But for the sunset of my brother's son, it rains downward. Whatever more showering? How now, wife, have you delivered to her our decree?
Ah, but she will none. She gives thee thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
How will she none? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed, unworthy as she is, that we have brought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Not proud that you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that's meant love.
How now? How now? Chop logic, what is this? Proud, and I thank you not, and yet not proud. Mistress Minion, you thank me no thankings, no proud me no prouds, but fettle your fine joint skins Thursday next to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out you green sickness carrying, out you baggage, you tallow face.
Fie, are you mad?
Father, I beseech you on my knees, keep me with patience, but to speak a word.
Find thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch. I tell thee what, get thee to church a Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. My fingers itch. Wife, we scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us but this only child. And now I see that one is one too much, and that we have a curse in having her out on her hail day.
God in heaven bless her. You are the one, sir, to blame, to rate her so.
And why, my lady wisdom, hold your tongue?
What, may not one speak?
Pace, you mumbling fool, all your gravity or a gossip's fool, for here we need it not.
You are too hot.
God's breath, it makes me mad. Day, night, hour, time, work, play, alone in company, still my care hath been to have her matched. And having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, of fair domains, youthful and nobly trained, stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, proportioned as one's thought would wish a man. And then to have a wretched, puling fool, and whining mammet in her fortune's tender to answer, I'll not wed. I cannot love. I am too young. I pray you pardon me. But as you will not wed, I'll pardon you. Graze where you will, you shall not house with me. Look to it. Think on it. I do not use to jest. Thursday is near. Lay hand on heart, advise. And you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. And you be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets, for by my soul I'll ne'er acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust to it. Bethink you, I'll not be forsworn.
Have no pity, sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief. Sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage a month, a week. Or, if you do not make the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
Nurse, how shall this be prevented? My husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. How shall that faith return again to earth unless that husband sendeth me from heaven by leaving earth? Comfort me. Counsel me. What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy? Comfort, nurse.
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished in all the worlds to nothing. That he dares ne'er come back to challenge you, or if he does, needs must be by stealth. And as the case stands as now it doth, I think it is best you marry with the county. A lovely gentleman, an eagle madam, hath not so green, so quick, so fair, and you are happy in the second match, for it excels your first, or if it is not your first is dead, or if we're as good he were as living here, and no use of him.
Speak thou from thy heart.
My soul too, or else for true them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, that has comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father the Lord himself.
Oh well. It is wisely done.
Ancient damnation. Most wicked fiend. Is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my Lord with that same tongue which she hath praised him with above compare so many thousand times? Go, counselor! Thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. I'll to the friar to know his remedy. If all else fails, myself have power to die.
On Thursday, sir. The time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so, and I'm nothing slow as slack as haste.
You say you do not know the lady's mind. Uneven is the course, I like it not.
Immoderately she weeps for Tibbal's death, and therefore have a little talk of love. But sir, her father counts it dangerous that she doth give her sorrow so much sway, and in his wisdom hates our marriage to stop the inundation of her tears. Now do you know the reason of this haste?
Would I knew not why it should be slow. Look, sir, here comes the lady toward myself.
Have we met, my lady and my wife?
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
That maybe must be love. Thursday next.
What must be shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make confession to this father.
To answer for that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I'll confess to you that I love him.
So will ye, I'm sure that you love me.
If I do so, it'll be of more price being spoke behind your back than to your face.
Hold thy face as much be for tears.
The tears forgot small victory by that, for it was bad enough before their spite.
Thou wrongest it more than tears of that report.
That is no slander, sir, which is the truth, and when I spake it to my face.
My face is mine, and thou hast slandered it.
That may be, for it is not mine own. Are you at leisure, Holy Father, now?
My leisure serves me a pensive daughter now. My lord, we must entreat for time alone.
God shield, I should disturb devotion. Juliet on Thursday early will I rouse him. Till then, adieu and keep this holy place.
Shut the door! When thou hast done so, come weep with me. Past hope, past cure, past help.
Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must, and nothing may prorogue it, on Thursday next be married to this county.
Tell me not, friar, that thou hearest the list, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. If in thy wisdom thou canst give no help, do thou recall my resolution wise, and with this night I'll help it presently. God, join my heart and Romeo's, thou our hands, and ere this hand by thee to Romeo sealed shall be the label to another deed. Or my true heart with treacherous revolt turn to another, this shall slay them both. Therefore, out of thy long experienced time, give me some present counsel. For behold, twixt my extremes and me, this bloody knife shall play the umpire, arbitrating that which the commission of thy years and art could to no issue of true honor bring. Is not so long to speak, I long to die. If what thou speak not of remedy.
Oh, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope which craves as desperate an execution as that is desperate which we would prevent. If rather than to marry County Paris thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then it is likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away this shame, and if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me with rather than marry Paris from off the battlements of yonder towers, walks in thievish ways, bid me look for serpent's fire, chain me with roaring bears, or shut me not in the inner charnel house overcovered white, with dead men's rattling bones, with reeky shapes and yellow chapel skulls, or hide me with the dead man in his shroud. Things that to hear them told had made me tremble, and I'll do it without fear or doubt, to live an unstained wife to my sweet love.
Hold then. Go home. Be married. Give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. And tomorrow night look thou lie alone. Take then this vial, being then in bed, and this distilled liquor drink thou off. For presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor, for no pulse, no warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest. The roses in thy lips and cheeks shall fade to paly ashes, and thine eyes' windows fall like death when he shuts up the day of life. And in this borrowed blackness of shrunk death thou shalt continue some 24 hours, and then awake, as from a pleasant sleep. And when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. And as the custom is, on all thy best array, uncovered on the bier, thou shalt be borne to that same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. In the meantime, I will write to Romeo, and he by my letters shall know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I will watch thy waking. That very night he'll bear thee hence to Mantua, where thou shalt be free from this present shame, if no inconstant toy, nor womanish fear abate thy valor in the acting of it.
Give me, tell me not fear.
Hold then. Go home. Be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I'll send my friar with speed to Mantua with my letters for your lord.
Love give me strength, and strength shall help forward. Farewell, your father.
Are writ. Sirocco hired me 20 cunning cooks.
You shall have none ill, sir, for I'll try they can lick their fingers.
I can not try them, sir.
Marry, sir, an ill cook cannot lick his own fingers. Therefore, he that cannot lick his own fingers goes not with me.
Go, be gone. Should be much better furnished for this time. What, is my daughter gone to Friar Lawrence?
Ah, forsooth.
You may chance to do some good on her, a peevish, self-willed harlotry it is.
See where she comes from, sure from Maryland. And am I headstrong? Where have you been gathered?
Where I have learned me to repent the sin of disobedient opposition to you and your behests, and enjoined by holy Lawrence to fall prostrate here and beg your pardon. Pardon, I beseech you. Henceforth I am ever ruled by you.
Send for the count to go tell him of this. Have this knotted up tomorrow morning.
I met the youthful lord at Lawrence's cell and gave him what becometh love I might not step over the bounds of honesty.
Why, I'm glad on it. This is well, stand up. This is as should be. Let me see, the county, aye, Mary, go, I say, and fetch him hither. Now, for God, this reverend holy friar, our whole city is much bound to him.
Nurse, will you go with me into my closet to help me sort such needful ordinances you think fit to furnish me tomorrow?
No, not till Thursday. We have time enough.
Go, nurse, go with her. There's a church tomorrow.
We shall be short in our provision. 'Tis now we are not.
Tush, I will stir about, and all things shall be well, I warrant thee. What? Goes out with Juliet, help to deck up her. I'll not to bed tonight, let me alone. I'll play the housewife for this once. What ho! They're all forth. Well, I will walk myself to County Paris to prepare him against tomorrow. My heart is wondrous light, since the same wayward girl is so reclaimed.
those attires of best but gentle nurse, I pray you leave me to myself tonight. For I have need of many orisons to move the heavens to smile upon my state, which well thou knowest is cross and full of sin.
What? Are you busy? Ho need you my help?
No, madam, we have called such necessaries as are behoveful for our state tomorrow. So please you let me now be left alone. And let the nurse this night sit up with you, for I'm sure that you have your hands full all in this so sudden business.
Good night. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint cold fear thrills through my veins that almost freezes up the heat of life. Call them back to give and comfort me. Nurse! What should she do here? My dismal scene I needs must act alone. Come by. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? No, this shall forbid it. Why, no, there. What if it be a poison, which the friar suddenly hath ministered to have me dead, lest in this marriage he should be dishonored, because he married me before to Romeo. Here it is, and yet he thinks it should not, for he has still been tried a holy man. How, if when I am laid into the tomb, I wait before that time that Romeo come to redeem me? Here's a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault to whose foul mouth no healthsome air breathes in, and there die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Or if I live, is it not very like that the horrible conceit of death and night, together with the terror of the place, as in a vault, an ancient receptacle where for these many hundred years the bones of all my buried ancestors are packed, where bloody Tybalt, yet but green in earth, lies festering in his shroud, as they say, in some hours in the night spirits resort. Alack, is it not like that I so early waken, but with loathsome smells and shrieks, like mandrakes torn out of the earth, and living mortals hear them run back? If I wake, shall I not be distraught, environed with all these hideous fears, and madly play with my forefathers' joints, and in this rage, with some great kinsman's bone, as with a club dash out my desperate brains? Look, methinks I see my cousin's ghost seeking out Romeo. It spit his body upon rapier's point. Stay! Tybalt, stay! Romeo? Here's drink. I drink to thee.
Hold, take these keys and fetch more slices, nurse. Call for dates and quinces in the pastry. Come, stir the second coffee crop and get you to bed, and Faith, you'll be sick tomorrow for this night's watch.
No, Wit. When I have watched all night there now for lesser cause, and ne'er been sick. Now, fellow, what is there?
Things for the cook, sir, but I know not what.
Make haste, make haste. Sir, fetch friar blocks. Call Peter, and he will show thee where they are.
I, the head tutor, will find out logs and never trouble Peter for the matter.
Thou shalt be loggerhead. Wait, stay. Count will be here with music straight, for some said he would. I hear him near. Nurse! Wife! What ho! What nurse, I say! Go awaken Juliet, go and trim her up. I'll go and chat with Paris. Hi, make haste, the bridegroom, he's come already. Mistress! What?
matter? Look every day. Oh, me. My child. Not only that. Revive. Look up or I will die with thee. Help! Help! Call help!
Shakespeare and Juliet, for her Lord is come.
She's dead. You see, she's dead. Light the day. Light the day. She's dead. She's dead. She's dead.
Let me see her.
At last. She's cold. Blood is settled on her joints. Her stiff laughing lips have long been separated. Death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the fairest flower of her field. Lamentable day. Oh, woeful time. Death that obtain her hence to make me wail. Tacit her tongue will not let me speak.
Come, is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. Some who never before thy wedding day had death lain with thy wife. There she lies, flower as she was, deflowered by him. Death is my son-in-law, death is my heir, my daughter he hath wedded. I will die and leave him all. Life, living, all is death's.
Long had I thought to see this morning's face, and doth it give me such a sad as this?
Accursed, unhappy, wretched, hateful day. Most miserable hour that e'er time saw. But one poor loving child. But one thing to rejoice and solace in, and cruel death hath wrenched it from my sight. This lamentable day, this heavy day that ere I yet behold, never was there so black a day as this. Woeful day, woeful day.
Beguiled, divorced, wronged, spotted, slain, most detestable death by thee beguiled, by most cruelty thee quite overthrown. O love, O life, not life, but love in death.
Spazzed, distressed, hated, martyred, killed. Uncomfortable time where camest thou now? To murder our solemnity. Child. Oh, child, my soul and not my child. Dead art thou, like my child is dead. And with my child, my joys are buried.
Peace, hope, for shame. Confusion's cure lives not in these confusions. Heaven and yourself had part in this fair maid. Now heaven hath all, and all the better it is for the maid. Your part in her you could not keep from death, but heaven keeps his part in eternal life. The most you sought was her promotion, for 'twas your heaven she should be advanced, and weep ye now, seeing she is advanced, above the clouds as high as heaven itself. Dry up your tears, and stick your rosemary on this fair corse, and as the custom is, in her best robes bear her to church. For though fond nature bids us and lament, yet nature's tears are reason's merriment.
Things we ordain in festival, turn from that office to black funeral. Our instruments to melancholy bells, our wedding cheer to a sad burial feast. Solemn hymns to solemn dirges change, our bridal flowers serve for a buried corse, and all things change unto the contrary.
Sir, go you in. Madam, go with him, and go, Sir Paris. Everyone, prepare to follow this fair course into her grave. The heavens do lower upon us for some ill. Move them no more by crossing their high will.
I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams presage some joyful news at hand. My bosom's Lord sits lightly in his throne, and all this day an unaccustomed spirit lifts me above the ground in cheerful thoughts. I dream my lady came and found me dead, strange dream that gives a dead man leave to think, and breathed such life with kisses in my lips that I revived and was an emperor. Sweet as love itself possessed, and but love's shadows are so full of joy. News from Verona. How now, Balthazar? Hast thou some letter for me from the friar? How doth my lady? Is my father well? How fares my Juliet? This I ask again, for naught can be ill if she be well.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Keppel's monument, and her immortal part with the angels lives. I saw her laid low in her kindred's vault, and presently took post to tell it you. Oh, pardon me for bringing such ill news.
Is it even so? Then I defy you, stars. Thou knowest my lodging. Go! Give me pen and paper and hire me post horses hence. Hast thou no letters for me from the friar?
No, my good lord.
No matter. Juliet, I must lie with thee tonight. And now for means. Oh, mischief, thou art swift to enter in the thoughts of desperate men. I do remember an apothecary, and hereabouts he dwells, which late I noted in tattered weeds, and meager were his looks. Sharp Henry had worn him to the bone. And I said to myself that if a man could need a poison whose sale were present death at Mantua, here was a king if wench would sell it him. Oh, how I stopped me but for run my present need. And this same needy man must sell it me. So I remember this should be his house. What ho, apothecary!
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, man. I see that thou art poor. Hold. Here's 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison, such soon speeding gear as will disperse itself through all the veins, but alive for the taker may fall dead.
Such mortal drugs I have, but Mantua's law is death to any he that utters them.
Art thou so poor, and dost thou fear to die? Famine is in thy cheeks. Fear and oppression star within thine eyes. Contempt and beggary hang upon thy back. The world is not thy friend, nor the world's law. The world affords no law to make thee rich. And be not poor, but break it. And take this.
My poverty, but not my will, consents.
Pay thy poverty, and not thy will.
Take thou this, and put it in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off. And if you have the strength of 20 men, it would disband your strength.
There's thy gold. Pours poison to men's souls, and doing more murders in this loathsome world than these poor compounds which thou mayst not sell. I sell thee poison, thou hast sold me none. Go, take that, get thyself in flesh. Come, cordial and not poison, with me to Juliet's grave. For there must I use thee.
What says Romeo? Or if his mind be great, give me his letter.
Go and find the barefoot brother out. One of our order to associate me. Here in the city visited the sick, and finding him, the searchers of the town suspecting that we were both of the house where the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors and would not let us forth. so that my speed to Mantua there will stay.
Who bear my letter then to Romeo?
I could not send it, here it is again, nor get a messenger to bring it thee, so fearful were they of infection.
By my brotherhood, the letter was not nice, but full of charge of dear import, and the neglecting it may do much danger. Go, brother John, run into my cell, bring me an iron cross straight away.
Brother, I'll go and bring it thee.
Now must I to the monument alone. Within 3 hours will the fair Juliet wake, and she will beshrew me much that Romeo had no notice of these accidents. But I will ride again to Mantua, and I will keep her at my cell till Romeo can come. Poor living corpse closed in a dead man's tomb.
Give me that torch, boy, kids, and stay aloof. Get, put it out, for I will not be seen. Under yon yew trees lay me all along, holding that ear close to the hollow ground, so shall no foot upon the churchyard tread but thou shalt hear it. Whisper Vanessa then to me, signal that something doth approach. Give me those flowers. Do as I bid thee, go. Sweet flower. Flowers not right a bit, I street. Well, that canopy is dust and stones, which with sweet water nightly I will do. Wanting that with tears distilled by moans. This obsequies that I to thee will keep nightly shall be to strew thy grave and weep. Will gives warning that something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way and that to cross my obsequies and true love's right. Up to the torch. Muffle me night light.
Give me the mattock and the wrenching iron. Hold. Here's a letter. Early in the morning, see thou delivered to my lord and father. Give me the light. Upon my life, I charge thee, whatever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof and do not interrupt me in my course. But if thou, jealous, dost return to pry, by heaven, I will tear thee joint by joint, and scatter the ugly churchyard with thy limbs. The time and my intents are savage wild.
I will be gone, and not bother you.
So shalt thou show me friendship. Take thou that. Live well and be prosperous.
For all the same, I'll hide me here about his looks I fear is intense. I doubt.
Thou detestable maw, thou womb of death, gorged with the finest morsel of the earth, thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open. And in despite, cram me with more food.
Stop that unhallowed toil, thou Montague! Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. Away and go with me, for thou must die.
Indeed I must, for therefore came I hence. Good gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. By hence be gone, I beseech thee, youth. Put not another sin upon my head by urging me to fury. By heaven, I love thee better than myself, for I come hither armed against myself. Hence be gone, and hereafter say, dead man's mercy bade thee run away.
I do defy thy conjurations, and apprehend me for a felon here.
If thou defy me, then have at thee, boy.
Oh Lord, they fight. I will call the watch.
Oh, I'm slain. If thou be merciful, lay me in the tomb. Lay me in the Juliet.
In faith I will. Let me peruse this face. Mercutio's kinsman, the noble county Paris. What said my man when my betossed soul did not attend him as we rode? I think he said that Paris should have married Juliet. Said he not so? Did I dream it so? Or am I mad, hearing him talk of Juliet, to think it was so? Give me thy hand, one writ with me in sour misfortune's book. I'll bury thee in a triumphant grave. Grave, oh no, a lantern slaughtered youth, for here lies Juliet, and her beauty makes this thy vault a feasting presence full of light. Death, lie thou there, but a dead man interred. How often men are at the point of death have they been married? Oh, my love, my wife, death that sucked the honey of thy breath hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. Thou art not conquered. Beauty's ensign yet is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks. Tybalt, liest thou there in thy bloody sheet? Oh, what more favor can I do thee than with this hand that cut thy youth in twain to sunder his that was thine enemy? Forgive me, cousin. Oh, dear Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Can it be that unsubstantial death is amorous? And that the lean and horrid monster keeps thee here in dark to be his paramour? For fear of that, I still will stay with thee. And never from this palace of dim night will I depart. Here will I remain with worms that are thy chambermaids. Oh, here will I set up my everlasting rest and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this world-wearied flesh. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, oh you, the doors of breath, seal with a righteous kiss, a dateless bargain to engrossing death. Come, bitter conduct. Come, unsavory guide. Thou desperate pilot, now at once run on the seasick weary rocks, thou weary bark. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, the drugs are quick. Thus, with a kiss, I die.
St. Francis be my speed, how often I have my old feet stumbled in graves. Who's there?
Here's one, a friend, one that knows you well.
Must be upon you. Tell me, good my friend, what torch is it that burneth yon that vainly lends his light to grubs and eyeless skulls, as I discern it burneth in the capel's monument.
It doth so, holy sir, and there's my master, one that you love,
Who is it?
Romeo.
How long hath he been there?
Full half an hour.
Come, go with me to the vault.
I dare not. My master knows not, but I am gone hence, and fearfully did menace me with death, if I did stay and look on his intents.
Stay then, I will go alone. Fear comes upon me.
As I did sleep under this yew tree here, I dreamt my master and another thought, that my master slew him.
What blood is this that stains the stony entrance of the sepulchre? What mean these masterless and gory swords till I discolored by this place of peace? Romeo. Pale. And who else but Paris, too, and steeped in blood. Lord, what an unkind hour is guilty of this lamentable chance. The lady stirs.
Comfortable friar, where's my lord? I do remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where's my Romeo?
Which one?
I hear some noise. Lady, come with me from this nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A greater power than we can contradict hath thwarted our intents. Come. My husband in thy bosom thereby stay. And Paris too. Come with me. I will dispose of thee among the sisterhood of holy nuns. Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, Juliet.
Only
I dare no longer stay.
Go! Get thee hence from my way! What's here? A cup close to my true love's hand. Poison I see has been his time of sand. Churl! Drunk all and left no for every drop to help me after. I'll kiss thy lips. Haply, some poison yet does hang on them to make time the restorative. Thy lips are warm.
Lead, boy. Which way?
Make some noise, then I'll be brief. Happy dagger, this is thy sheath. There, Russ. And let me die.
This is the place. There, where the torch got burned.
Ground's bloody. Search out the churchyard. Go. So you. Where do you find the rest? Pitiful sight. Your last county slain. And Juliet dead before. Wang and newly dead. Go and tell the prince. Run to the Capulets, raise up the Montagues. Some other search. We see the ground whereupon these woes do lie, but the true ground of these piteous woes we cannot without circumstance describe.
Here's Romeo's man. We found him in the churchyard.
Hold him in safety till the prince come hither.
Hear the fire trembles inside and weeps.
A great suspicion. Stay the friar too.
What misadventure is so early up that calls our person from our morning's rest? What should it be that they so shriek abroad?
People in the street cry Romeo, some Juliet, some Paris, and all run and open outcry toward our monument.
What fear is this which startles in our ears?
Sovereign, here lies the county Paris slain, and Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before, Wang and you killed.
Search, seek, and know how this fell murder comes.
Here is a friar, and slaughtered Romeo's man, both instruments upon them fit to open these dead men's tombs.
Heavens! Wife, look how our daughter bleeds. His dagger hath mistaken. The Lord's house is empty on the back of Montague, and is missheathed in my daughter's bosom.
Oh me, the sight of death is as a bell. It warns my old age to a sepulchre.
Come, Montague, for thou art early up to see thy son and heir more early down.
Alas, my liege,
My wife is dead tonight. Grief of my son's exile hath stopped her breath. What further woe conspires against my age?
Look, and thou shalt see.
O thou untaught, what manner's in this? To press before thy father to a grave.
Seal up the mouth of outrage for a while till we can clear these ambiguities. And then will I be general to your woes and lead you even to death. Meanwhile, forbear and let mischance be slave to patience. Bring forth the parties of suspicion.
I'm the greatest, able to do least, yet most suspected as the time and place doth make against me of this direful murder. And here I stand, both to impeach and purge myself condemned and myself excused.
Then say at once what thou dost know in this.
I will be brief, for my short date of breath is not so long as this tedious tale. Romeo, there dead, was husband to that Juliet, and she there dead, that Romeo's faithful wife. I married them. Their stolen marriage day was Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from the city, for whom and not for Tybalt, Juliet pined. And you, to remove this siege of grief from her, betrothed and would have married her perforce to county Paris. Then comes she to me, and with wild looks bid me devise some mean to rid her from this second marriage, else there in my cell would she kill herself. So gave I her, so tutored by my art, a sleeping potion, which so took effect as I intended, for it brought on her the form of death. In the meantime, I read to Romeo that hither should he come as this dire night to help to take her from her borrowed grave. But he which bore my letter, Friar John, was stayed by accident, and yesternight returned my letter back. Then came I alone to the tomb, but when I arrived, I saw the noble Paris and true Romeo dead. The lady wakes, and I bid her come forth and bear this work of heaven with patience, but she, too desperate, would not go with me, and as it seems, did violence on herself. All this I know, and to the marriage her nurse is privy. If all this is miscarried by my fault, let my old age, some hour before his time, be sacrificed unto the rigor of severest law.
We still have known thee for a holy man. Where's Romeo's man? What can he say to this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death, and imposed him he from Mantua, this same place, to this same monument. This letter, here he bid me give his father, and threatened me with death going into hall. I departed not.
Give me the letter. I will look on it. Where is the county's page that raised the watch? Come, what made your master in this place?
He came with flowers to strew his lady's grave and bid me stand aloof, and so I did.
Tom's own light to open tomb and find by master drew on him.
And then I ran away to call the watch.
This letter doth make good the friar's word. Their course of love, the tidings of her death. And here he writes that he did by poison of a poor apothecary and came to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies? Capulet! Montague! See what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven find mean to kill your joys with love? And I, for winking at your discord too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Brother Montague, give me that hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand.
But I can give thee more, for I will raise her statue in pure gold, that while Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure at such rate be set than that of true and faithful Juliet.
As we shall Romeo's by his lady's lap, poor sacrifices of our enmity.
A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.